The Boy Who Read Under the Snowlight, a story of determination and the love for learning. In a remote mountain village in northern Vietnam, where winters are long and snow covers rooftops and trees, lived a 14-year-old boy named Minh. He and his parents stayed in a small, old house with a rusty tin roof. The Boy Who Read Under the Snowlight, a story of learning against all odds. In a remote mountain village in northern Vietnam, where winter stretches endlessly and snow covers the rooftops and forests, lived a 14-year-old boy named Minh. He stayed in a small, rusty-roofed house with his parents. Minh's family was poor, very poor. His father was a carpenter, and his mother did seasonal labor. Even after a full year of hard work, they barely had enough to eat. But one thing was always present in their home: Minh's deep love for learning. He loved books so much that he often forgot his hunger while reading. There was only one small school in the area, over 10 kilometers from Minh's house. Every morning, Minh would wake up at 4 a.m., put on his patched-up jacket, and walk through forests and across streams, braving the cold mist to reach class. But things didn't always go smoothly. Some days, it rained too hard. On others, landslides blocked his path. Sometimes, Minh arrived only to find the class already over. Still, he stood outside the window, hoping to catch a few last words of the lesson. Minh's best friend, Tuan, came from a better-off family. Understanding Minh's situation, he often secretly lent him books. Minh treated every page like treasure. At night, there were no streetlights, no electricity, not even oil lamps. His family couldn't afford them. Minh once asked his father, "Dad, why don't we have a light like other families?" His father replied with a sigh, "If we buy oil, we won't have money for food, son." One day, Tuan lent Minh a book he had dreamed of reading, Lessons from Mincius, but only for 10 days. Minh was overjoyed. He clutched the book like gold. But his days were filled with chores, and the nights were too dark to read. He tried reading under the moonlight, but the light was too dim. The deadline to return the book crept closer, yet he had barely read half. Then came that night. Minh woke up cold in the middle of the night. Through a crack in the window, a faint white glow shone in. He stepped outside and was stunned. Snow had fallen, covering the roofs, trees, and ground in sparkling white. The moon reflected off the snow, casting a soft but clear light, almost like a lamp. Minh grabbed the book and tried reading it under the snowlight. To his amazement, the words were clear. Without hesitation, he put on more clothes, laid down a mat outside, and sat in the freezing cold, reading by the snowlight until dawn. By morning, his legs were numb, and snow had covered his shoulders. His mother found him asleep in the snow, clutching the book. Shocked and emotional, she scolded him. "Son, studying is important, but your life matters more." Minh smiled and replied, "But Mom, I finally found a way to study at night." From that day on, whenever snow fell, Minh studied outside. No one could stop him. Even in bitter cold, his eyes sparkled with passion. Word of his story reached the school principal. Deeply moved, the teacher awarded Minh a full scholarship and gave him a solar-powered lamp, so he'd never have to study in the snow again. Final message. Today, we have desks, lamps, the internet, and a world of knowledge just a click away. But ask yourself, have we ever wanted to learn as badly as Minh did? Next time studying feels hard, or homework feels like a burden, remember the boy who sat smiling in the snow, freezing, but still grateful, because, to him, learning was a miracle.